Good morning, everyone. Imagine trying to work in a team where nobody understands each other. It would be frustrating, right? Communication is like the bridge that connects us. Without it, even the best ideas can be lost. That's why today we are going to talk about something very important: communication skills in the workplace. In this presentation, we'll explore different types of communication, how communication styles can affect teamwork, and why improving our communication can help us become more successful professionals. Let's get started. Before we are going deep into discussion, let me introduce our team. We are a group of 5 members. There is Anindya Kurniasari, Gita Puspita Anggreni, Muhammad Rizky Maulana Hendriawan, Nida Sakila, and me myself, Zulfikri Fahrizi. Together, we have worked on preparing this presentation about communication skills. We hope you enjoy it. What you see here is the table content for our presentation. First, we will introduce what communication skills are. Second, we will explain the types of communication, which include verbal communication, non-verbal communication, oral communication, written communication, and visual communication. Third, we will discuss different communication styles at work. Fourth, we will explain why communication skills are important. And finally, we will conclude our presentation with key points to remember. And first part is verbal communication. Verbal communication is the most direct and common form of communication in the workplace. It involves the use of spoken words to share information, ideas, or even feelings. But it's not just about what we say, it's also about how we say it. This includes our tone of voice, pitch, volume, speed, and clarity. These elements influence how our message is received and understood. Tone is especially important. Saying, "Can you help me with this?" in a calm and polite tone invites cooperation, but saying the same sentence in a sharp or annoyed tone might sound like a demand, and this could cause tension. That's why it is important to be aware of our tone. It can completely change the meaning of our words. Next is volume and speed. Volume and speed also matter. Speaking too loudly can seem aggressive, while speaking too softly might make you seem unsure. It is the same to talking too quickly can confuse people, while talking too slowly may lose their attention. Finding the right pace and volume shows confidence and respect for the listener. Another key part of verbal communication is clarity. We need to choose our word carefully to make sure our message is easy to understand. Using simple and specific language help prevent misunderstanding. Avoid using jargon or complicated words unless you are sure the other person understands them. A good verbal communication also includes being open to dialogue. It's not just about talking, it's about having a conversation. That means pausing to let others respond, asking for their input, and creating space for collaboration. Next part is the importance of verbal communication. In meetings or discussion, verbal communication is important to help us share opinions, make suggestions, ask questions, and give feedback. For example, if you are in a team project and you disagree with an idea, instead of saying "that won't work," a better approach might be, "I see where you are coming from, but I think we could improve the idea by doing this instead." This shows respect while still expressing your opinion. This is the example during job interview. During a job interview, how you speak can leave a strong impression. If you speak clearly, answer questions confidently, use polite language, and choose words carefully, you show that you are prepared and professional. For example, instead of just saying, "I'm good at teamwork," you might say, "I enjoy working in a team and have experience leading group projects during my studies." This shows both confidence and communication skills. In summary, verbal communication is a powerful tool, but only if we use it wisely. The word we choose, the tone we use, and the way we deliver our message all play a big role in how effectively we connect with others in the workplace. And next discussion will be presented by Nida and the others.
Next, we talk about nonverbal communication. What is nonverbal communication? Nonverbal communication is the process of sending message without using words. It includes things like gesture, facial expression, body language, eye contact, and posture. Sometimes, nonverbal communication is even more powerful than the word we say. Now, let's look at the different types of nonverbal communication. The first is facial expression. Our face can show many emotions without us saying anything. There are some universal expressions that are understood across all cultures, like happiness, sadness, and surprise. The second is posture and body language. The way we sit or stand can tell others a lot about how we are feeling. Good posture can show confidence and openness, while slouching may show nervous or lack of interest. The third is gesture. Gesture of movement of the hand or arms to express idea or feeling. For example, giving a thumb up usually means approval or good job. Next is touch. Touch is also a form of communication. A handshake, a hug, or a pat on the back can express friendliness, comfort, or support. The last is eye contact. Making eye contact is very important in communication. It can show attention, interest, and honesty. However, too little eye contact might make us seem shy or dishonesty, and too much eye contact can feel aggressive and intense. Importance of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is important because it helps express our feeling and emotion clearly. It supports the meaning of our words, or sometimes even contradict them. It's building trust and understanding in personal and professional relationships. In many situations, it helps people understand us better than words alone. Next, we talk about oral communication. What is oral communication? Oral communication is the exchange of information through spoken word and listening. It's not just about what we say, but also how we say it. For example, our tone of voice, the speed, and the volume we use when we speak. It also includes how we listen and respond to others. The three main types of oral communication. The first is verbal speech. This is the most common one. Talking in daily life, giving a speech, or participating in a discussion. Next is tone and intonation. The way we say something changes the meaning. For example, saying, I'm okay. It's a happy tone is very different from saying it in a sad or annoyed tone. Next is listening. This is not just about hearing, it's about active listening, paying full attention, understanding, and giving a response. This helps to avoid misunderstanding. Why oral communication is important? Oral communication is very important in many areas of our life. In school, it helps us understand, listen, and express our idea clearly. In teamwork, it helps us share opinion and listen to others. In job interview, speaking clearly and listen carefully can give a very good impression. And in daily life, good oral communication help build stronger relationship with others.
Okay, let's move to the third type of communication. The third type is written communication. So, what is it? Written communication is any message we deliver using a written word. For example, there's an email, reports, professional chats or message, memos, proposals, or even articles. Next, why is it important? Written communication matters because it creates a record we can go back later. And next, it gives flexibility because people can read it anytime. And the last one, it's important because it works best for formal or detailed messages. Key qualities of effective written communication. There is 4 points. The first one is clear. So we have to be clear. Say what you mean without extra words. The second point is well structured. Organize your message. Start with opening, then the main part, and then a closing. The third point is audience appropriate. Match the tone to your audience. Be formal with lecturers and casual with peers. And the last point is correct grammar and spelling. Use correct grammar and spelling. This helps for avoiding confusion. Okay, now let's talk about visual communication. What is it? A visual communication means using image, charts, and designs to send a message. Example, there is infographics, charts and graphs, icons, logo and symbols, image and videos, or even presentation slides. Why is it useful? There is 3 points. Visuals are powerful because they help explain a complex idea more easily. And next, they grab people's attention faster than just a word. And the last one, visuals are powerful because they make the messages easier to remember. Now let's talk about key traits of effective visuals. There is 4 points. The first is simple and concise. Keep it simple and don't overcrowd the design. Next, relevant. Use visuals that support your message and don't distract the audience with visuals that are not relevant with your message. And the third is consistent. Be consistent. Stick to the one color theme, font, and style. The last one is readable. So we have to make it readable. Use a clear text and strong contrast. Example, instead of saying a revenue numbers out loud, I can show a bar paragraph comparing 2023 and 2024 revenue. It's faster to easier understand. So that's my presentation. I'll hand it back to the moderator. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, next we move to next subtopic is about communication at work, and then why communication skills are important. Communication styles at work. Why the communication skills is very important? Because communication skills is a vital skill in yourself if you want to have a good relationship with the others, and then if you want to increase your teamwork and then make increasing in your productivity, and then if you want to build a strong relationship, you must to have communication skills. And then communication styles in here there are 3 parts, as well as you know, is assertive, and then passive, and then aggressive. Assertive communication style is most effective about communication because there are 3 main parts in this communication. For the first is respectfully, confident, and then honesty. So with this communication is express their need and opinion clearly without hurting anybody. There are 5 characteristics if people doing like that. For the first is express thought, needs, and feeling clearly and respectfully. For the second is maintain eye contact and body language. For the third is listen actively and values others' opinion. For the fourth is confident and calm tone of voice, and for the last is encourage honest and productive dialogue. In here there is a example assertive response like, wow, it sounds like you are having a tough day. I love to talk with you about it, but I don't have the time right now. Can we talk later tonight? In this in this response is I can say disagree with the others, but if you want to give more positive value, you must to give a good response to the others like smiles and happiness. This example for assertive communication. Passive communication style. This communication style often avoid expressing their thoughts and needs, and these people may seem like feel easygoing, feel comfortable, but in inside is feel frustrated or ignored. There are 6 characteristics in here for people who use this style. For the first is avoid expressing opinion or needs, and then often say yes, even when they want to say no. For the third is poor eye contact, close or slouch body posture. For the fourth is hesitant, soft, or uncertain voice, and then allow others to dominate or take advantage. And for the last is tend to avoid conflict even at a personal cost. So people with this communication always shy to eye contact, and then not have a good body language, and then always say yes, but in maybe in their self feel disagree or feel not comfortable, but because with the passive communication they always say yes to the others. And in here there are passive response example. You let her talk for as long as she needs, and figure that your deadline can suffer she needs your help, so you always keep silent, and then you not give a good communication or give a response. So it can say about passive communication. Thank you.
Okay, now let's move to the aggressive communication. Aggressive communication is when you don't respect the right of others. In this type of communication, you never apologize for your action, even when they hurt others. Next, here are some key characteristics of people with an aggressive communication. First, blaming others when things go wrong. People with an aggressive communication usually blame others right away when something goes wrong without looking at their own mistake. Second, responding quickly and violently, especially when feeling aggrieved. When they feel upset or wrong, they react very quickly and often use harsh words or action. Third, ignoring the feeling and right of others. They don't care about how others feel or what others need. They only focus on getting what they want. Fourth, making others feel scared, uncomfortable, or angry. Because of their harsh way of speaking or acting, people around them often feel scared, uncomfortable, or even angry. Okay, now let's look at a real life example of an aggressive communication situation, like the following example. Your friend who often talks a lot suddenly calls you to vent about her bad day, but at that moment you're really busy with work and don't have time to talk. Aggressive response is, instead of calmly explaining your situation, you become angry. You feel like she's not respecting your time. You interrupt her and say something sarcastic, like, "Oh, get over it, I have my own problem." This is an example of aggressive communication. You ignore her feeling. You don't explain your side respectfully. This kind of response can hurt relationships at work. Okay, now why are good communication skills so important? Good communication is important for several reasons. First is building good relationship at work. Good communication builds trust and teamwork. Second is avoiding misunderstanding. Clear messages help prevent confusion and conflict. Third point is solving problems faster. When we communicated well, it's easier to find solutions together. Fourth is sharing ideas and feedback clearly. Ideas are more effective when shared in a clear and respectful way. Fourth point is being more productive and professional. Good communication helps us work better and look more professional. Okay, now let's move on to the conclusion. So, communication is an important skill in daily life and the workplace because it helps us express ideas, opinions, and feelings clearly. There are different types of communication, including verbal, nonverbal, oral, written, and visual communication, each helping to clarify the message. In the workplace, communication styles are categorized into assertive, passive, and aggressive, with assertive being the best style as it respects both yourself and others. Good communication skills help build positive relationships, avoid misunderstanding, solve problems faster, and improve professionalism and productivity.